Well, good early morning, YouTube. It is Zakalakali, 12:07, November 5th. Yeah, I'm just getting up at midnight. Imagine that. Most people aren't even in bed yet. Johnny's just getting up. That's what happens when you go to bed when it gets dark. Excuse me, early morning frogs in the throat. Well, the topic for this video is going to be overcoming adversity. Oh, all right, got a hair itching me, tickling me. Overcoming adversity. What the fuck do I mean about that? Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Fire Marshal Bill. No. I struggle with dyslexia. I have a learning disability. These rose-colored glasses are supposed to help with dyslexia for some reason. Something about when your brain processes information, your eyeballs look at something, it flips it around, right? The optic nerve flips the image upside down, right? From this way to this way. And your brain flips it back. Well, in that flipping shit around process, something gets lost. Something gets broken in that exchange, which makes it extremely difficult for a guy like me to read. And when when you live in our society and you're not out in the middle of the jungle somewhere, reading is very important. I've said this before in another video, but one of my biggest fears as a kid was filling out a job application because I knew it was going to be loaded with spelling errors, even this, that, and the. It was tough. It was really tough. There's a lot of things in life that are a lot worse, that's for sure. But not being able to read very well was a huge obstacle for me. And then to be able to fake your way through life was quite challenging. Even my sheet mill apprenticeship, you know, I had people help and whatnot with my school book shit to get through, and when we got out to the shop, I would kill it on our projects. So I would help them with their projects, they'd help me with my book work, right? Something I hope the left and right learn how to do one day, right? Help each other out with their shortcomings. The Trump camp and the Biden camp, forget those two individuals for a minute. Let's just talk about the people that voted for them, which still hasn't been resolved yet. We still don't know who our next president's going to be. But it couldn't get any more down to the wire, right? When you think about how many people are in this country and how close it is. Which makes it tough because that just shows just how clearly divided this country is. See, for me with my learning disability, with reading, being dyslexic, I had to find ways to work around, overcome. I had to hide it best I could. It was embarrassing, right? Well, the divide in this country between the left and the right, neither side's got it right completely. Neither side's perfect completely. right? Both sides have valid points that need to be recognized by the other side. You know, it's odd to me, but I'm starting to see people on the stock market channel trying to do some kumbaya shit, right? Trying to hug up and get everybody to play nicey nicey. I've never heard these clowns talk like this. You know, they're not politicians. They're not trying to win your vote. So they look scared. You know why? Because they're fucking rich. And they know what happens when the peasants grab their torches and head to the fucking castle to go see Frankie. Right? The rich people are getting nervous because they don't want to lose their wealth. They like shit just the way it is, right? They like the divide. The rich and the poor, you know, the left and the right. They don't want nobody fucking with their game. They're getting nervous. Go grab your torches, people. Let's head to the fucking castle. For sure, there's no easy solution to what's ailing this country. Just like with my dyslexia, red glasses, no easy solution. It didn't work. I still struggle. Red glasses don't make it easier for me to read. I thought maybe I'd get lucky, but it don't. You know, it's just one of those wise tales. Or if it does make a difference, it's so slight that I couldn't notice. But I managed okay. You know, I got a job working with my hands, unfortunately beat up my body, but I managed to work around my disability. I didn't get to do what I wanted to do for a career. I really wanted a job in social work, right? Being a foster kid and seeing how foster parents fell short, and so did social workers. I thought, man, being a foster kid and then becoming a social worker and knowing what it's like, I'd be the best social worker there ever was. But it wasn't meant to be. Not like that anyway. I do my social work now. This video is my social work. That's all I can do, right? I mean, I still got the passion to help. And this gives me my ability. Whether it's effective or not, that's up to you guys. If you listen and you heed my advice. And I'm a nobody, right? I don't know everything. I just been through a lot of shit. Some of it's helpful for some people. I'm in a good mood, kind of strange mood. I thought Trump would have won a little more decisively, so that makes me even more nervous because I don't care if he wins or loses. Just the fact that it just adds fuel to the fire, unfortunately. Yesterday I was feeling like it was going to be a dud. Today, I'm not so sure. I don't know. Say a prayer, you know? And hope that cooler heads prevail. Because I'll tell you, people, you don't want to lose your freedom. One way or the other, you don't want to lose your freedom. So when you're faced with adversity, whether it's a learning disability, family member that you can't get along with, whatever, your boss disrespects you, right? There's a million reasons that you can face adversity, that's for sure. The question is, how do you deal with it, right? What's your approach? Me, it used to be anger, right? Everything was anger. Everything was a nail, and my head was the fucking hammer, and I was just gonna beat on it over and over and over again till I knocked myself out. My anger, man. What a fucking demon. But I'm much better than I used to be. I can't say my anger is much better, but the way I deal with it, I've gotten a lot better. And as soon as I feel it coming on, I can usually catch it before it gets out of control, before I start hollering. But whether it's anger or it's reading, dyslexia, whatever your adversity is in life, you got to find them coping mechanisms, man. You got to find a way to deal with what's ailing you. If you can't fix it and it's part of who you are, then you got to figure out a way to live with it so that you can live your life to its fullest, right? Yeah, I'm a pretty angry guy. I got a lot of reason to. But doesn't mean I have to stay in that state all the time. Doesn't mean I can't get better at being in that state or getting out of that state when it happens, right? Same thing with sadness and depression and the rest of it, right? There's ways of coping with all of it, right? A lot of times all it takes is to break your mindset. Go work out. Go for a walk. Go for a jog. Take the dog for a walk. It'll take your mind off it. Break a sweat. Get the blood flowing. It's hard to be fussy when you're breathing heavy and sweating, right? Because you're into your exercise. And when you're done, you feel good. You accomplished something, right? You did a little something for yourself to, better your life. You want to come up here, Kimba? Did I wake you too? Mama's already here. Come here, let me see your feet. Come on, little doggy. Sorry, guys. Oh, my girls have come to say good morning. Can you get in there? You worried about Mama? Here, let me put the pillow right there. There you go. Lay down. It's okay. Lay down. Oh, my doggies. They keep me going. They really do. Oh, pain in my ass sometimes, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So, overcoming adversity sometimes is pretty heavy, right? Maybe a family member passes away. Maybe a pet passes away. Now that's a ball buster. Grief. Overcoming that. That's a motherfucker. And once again, for me, my go-to is anger. Hard to be sad when you're mad, right? That's kind of my go-to. But I'm trying to change that. Deal with whatever needs to be dealt with in a manner that doesn't have to involve anger, right? There's got to be a better way. Although with grief, anger is important. It's part of the process. You're going to get angry for losing somebody. You're even? You're even going to get angry at the one you lost for leaving you. I know that don't make sense, but it's true. Damn it. Anyway. Try real hard when you're up against the wall and it don't look like there's any way out, right? You got to try hard to think your way through. This is not going to get you through. This will get you through, right? And this will get you through. Not this. All right. I think I've made my point. Don't use these when you're angry. I mean it. Use your head. All right. Much love and respect as always. Thanks for putting up with my nonsense. Do me a favor. Like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment down below, if you would, please. I don't care if you give me the bird. All right. Love you guys. Peace.